I'd like to introduce the world to MJF, the newest member of the Stepchild Records.
Top dollar make me hold on holler.
Quarter pound in the high. Street game.
Yo, fat.
Coming down, candy paint, done did that. Screens falling from the sky, done did that. 88 divided by 4, done did that. Gripping grain in a Fleetwood lat, done did that. Pulling all nighters, flipping packs, done did that. Pulling kick those stacks and crash, done did that. Monopolize with 3 dice, done did that. Broke one day, rich the next, my nigga, now feel last. I'm trying to get my Bill Gates on, excuse me. Don't get me wrong, get me right, niggas, excuse me. Selling thing for my soul, but I done told y'all that. And I don't love none of these hoes, and I done showed y'all that. I spit these flows like I'm supposed to, and we can choke on that. See, I'm the coldest cat I know rapping, dog. Y'all run tell that. If you little dodo, when you smoke, then I got your sack. But all that bumping, stunting, run, high capping, fuck all that. Chicken sugar, that's the plan. Put my city on the map. Make cats who hate me when they see me say Top did that. I'm trying to beat up the block in an armored truck, sitting on some Martian Fox. The bank of Dallas, right-handed player, coming southpaw. World famous, world known. Pimp ass nigga like Ken Alone. Blowing reaper like Cheech and Chong. Logo, a skull to microphone. It's top dollar, done did it. $1 billion type nigga. Ghetto fabulous y'all for a minute. Project Ballin' Dog, done did it. Coming down, candy paint, done did that. Screens falling from the sky, done did that. 88 divided by 4, done did that. Gripping grain in a Fleetwood lat, done did that. Pulling all nighters, flipping packs, done did that. Pulling kick those stacks and crash, done did that. Monopolize with 3 dice, done did that. Broke one day, rich the next, my nigga, now feel last.
Niggas watching everything, watch my fucking nuts hang. I'm stepping with my loaded heat, jumping deep up in this game. I never was a bullshitter when it came to getting mine. Since I've been a young G, dope been my hustle grind. Mama tried to guide me, daddy rolled stones, man. In and out that penitentiary, made the place his home, man. Falling out the house with my granny deuce. On the cut, shooting them dice down the cut, my niggas loose, man. Niggas ain't guessing cause I had the duffel bag, man. Present day the same way, I'm reaching for my ag thing. Pea shooter, gunpowder, lead, what they call that? What's his name? Got broke off in that alley, nigga, boss that. Just believe I'm down for the cause right now. $100 stick from the south, I take a stab. If you niggas can't feel me, I ain't giving a fuck, man. You niggas ain't real G's, game leave you stuck, man. You ain't never seen the hot face of the devil. A crimson red killer, a body snatching rebel, a midnight missionary jack move maker. A sneak up on you, hunter, a cut you open. Gator, the main upstairs, be the only thing I bar. I ride solo, bitch, you 40 in the car. I never ask a nigga for a motherfucking thing. Bitch, we take what we deserve, cause bitch, we in this game, and bitch, we causing pain.
Órale, aquí estamos viendo la vida loca. Y si no ves, una cosa es otra. Guáchate con los catrachos, porque aquí en esta vida el gobierno te trata gacho. Vos, así es, moviendo y traficando. Aquí estoy con el mero peso, top dollar y el quarter pound. 25 libras, hablando como entraron miles y miles de libras hasta llaves. Vos, viniendo de a mero abajo, y tú sabes, los mexicanos vienen de México con todo el jale. De California a Rento hasta Texas, todo Estados Unidos, all the United States, top of Texas, arriba de Texas. Pues aquí estoy sintiendo y que ya lo hice.
Coming down, candy paint, done did that. Screens falling from the sky, done did that. 88 divided by 4, done did that. Gripping grain in a Fleetwood lat, done did that. Pulling all nighters, flipping packs, done did that. Pulling kick those stacks and crash, done did that. Monopolize with 3 dice, done did that. Broke one day, rich the next, my nigga, now feel last.
Yeah, volume 5. Your boy growing. I know y'all still hating, but I'm still making what I do, doing it how I do. You know what I'm saying? MJF, welcome to the family, baby. You know what I'm saying? Is it? Peace. All right, brother Records.
Yo, 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 what's up, Dollar Man? What's up, man? Want you let your crew know what's going on down there in the 214, you know what I'm saying? Everybody been coming out with their stuff, you know what I'm talking about? We hearing from everybody. We want to know what's going on down there in D-Town, you know what I'm talking about? Where them real thugs at, you know what I'm talking about? Where them boys at, you know what I'm talking about? Want you let your crews know what's going on? Holla at us one time, you know what I'm talking about? Give me something, where you at, boy?
Here's your 411 on that 214. Y'all dial 911 if my shit don't blow. A pioneer with this rap as far as Dallas concerned. With gold grills, with our boots, with plenty money to burn. The last man to hit the door and I be the last man standing. I'll be there when the deal go down cause I done applied it and planned it. You got to spread your hustle. It ain't about just flexing your muscle. Cause when the folks get at your ass, you ain't got nothing. What's happening? What's happening, world? What's happening? Another beautiful Top Dollar Tuesday, man, that the Lord done made, man. Welcome, man, to Real Talk, Dallas After Dark, with your boy, Mr. 214, 21 Joke, 214, whatever they want to say. They know what it is with me. You know what I'm saying? South Dallas finest. Say, man, this news, man, it done got interesting, y'all. I'm gonna cut through the Black History. I'm gonna drop some stuff along the show, you know, to keep y'all motivated if that's what it's doing. That's my goal anyway. But I gotta talk to my brother. I'm gonna pull him up. There's a couple of topics, man, that I just really want to talk about, and I'm just amazed at how it's turning out. Now I know anything's possible, but I'm just amazed. But say, guys, you know, love don't love no damn body. So you got to start loving on yourself more, man. Don't cry and whine. Love on yourself, man. Build yourself up. Me, I'm black and unapologetic. But that don't mean I'm right about everything. You get that? So, say, guys, we got to talk to our kids, and I'm going to keep saying that week after week after week. We have to open the lines of communication again with our kids. I don't know if it sounds hard or simple to y'all, but it's something that we have to do. It's like going to work. You got to go to work in order to pay your bills. We got to talk to our kids, man. We got to open that door, build that relationship. I work in the school system, so I know how, you know, when you see somebody every day and you talk to them, you build a relationship even when y'all not talking. We're going to have to start back with the kids, man, because this generation that we got now, let me tell you, these boys, anybody can get it anywhere, anytime. They don't care. Pastor got to have a pistol now. Think about that. Yeah, it used to be an old cricket pastor. Well, you know he got his pistol. Now pastor got to have a pistol. They'll come in there and want to take your offering. Yeah, they'll come in there and take the money that you were giving the pastor. So we got to put some rules back in our lives. And I'm talking about as a whole, as a people. We got to get back civilized. We done got uncivilized, fellas. We done allowed the way that the system is set up for us. We done allowed our women to fall trap and they just gobbling it up. We got to open the lines, man. We're going to have to talk to our kids, build that relationship to where you know if something's wrong, you know when they're a little off. Hell, he's sitting in the room with the door locked. Y'all know we couldn't do that when we were little, so don't let them do that. You know what I mean? And I still got the same challenge out every week. 1 hour. 1 hour a week, man. Get with your family and y'all cut all your little Wi-Fi shit off. Cut it off. Yeah, no internet, no nothing. Sit down at the table and discuss what's going on. Are you getting a raise? Are you looking for another job? Am I getting a call when I turn 16? Or Mr. Burns done such and such. Coach says such. Talk. Open lines of communication up. Just talk to them. You'll be surprised.
You'll be surprised. And needless do I need to say, black men, especially us, we don't have nobody to talk to. We don't have nobody to go to. When we don't have it, we just fuck. When we ain't got it, we just fuck. Think about that. Well, if you sit down and talk to your family and you're talking to your wife and woo to woo to woo, you work through things. Things don't seem so tough. We must open the lines of communication with our seeds. And it I don't want to say it needs to be mandatory, but you need to have some kind of time where you talk to your kids, man. Those are your kids. And you sending them out in the world and they get mad and shooting up shit and killing people and just violating the whole game. At the park, just busting. Come on, man. Y'all telling me we done got that uncivilized? Just look at where we was, where we came from, our whole thing. Man, we going backwards now. And I don't think I've ever seen us in this much of a position to be like, God damn. And I mean that, man. We're gonna have to talk to our kids. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm always address the elephant in the room. Uh, it's gonna be a lot of them gonna die. They gonna die, man, because you live by the sword, you die by the sword. And I'm not quoting nothing biblical. I'm talking about hood law. Yeah, ain't none of that popping. You know what I mean? Ain't none of that popping. We got to make sure, man. We got to start raising boys to be husbands and women to be wives. We have to make having a family important again. The baby mama, baby daddy stigma, we got to get rid of that. We got to shake that. We really do, guys. But right now, I'm finna bring my brother up and we gonna chop it up, man, about some stuff. And we gonna see what it do, man. Come on up in here, JJ.
What
Get
up,
up in
bro?
here.
What up, bro? What up, bro? What up, bro?
What's happening?
Nothing, man. Hey, well, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? I just want to say, man, thanks for having me on. I know it's been a minute. Normally, we on my show going at it, and then we come on your show going at it. But due to the growth of the station, man, we ain't been able to do that. So I appreciate you having me on tonight.
Oh man, anytime, baby, anytime. We started this gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? But say
Hey, it's
now,
funny though. Hey, I was
yeah,
on the page. I was on the Real Talk Dallas After Dark page, and if you scroll down, you'll see videos of us when we were at DFWI, DWF, or whatever it was. What was
yeah,
that?
DFW radio.
DFWI. And I just saw that today, and I started laughing. Like, man, we really been doing this for a minute.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's why it comes so natural. You know what I mean? The feedback, the kick, because you already know what you're dealing with.
Yeah, pretty
And when
much.
and we bros. You know what I mean? So when you
Yeah,
know
for sure.
somebody, you know somebody. You know what I
Oh yeah,
mean?
for sure, for sure, for sure.
But now, the first topic I want to talk about, man, is the Diddler.
I got a video. Can I play the video? I got a video. We gotta
Go
play
ahead
the
and
video.
play the video. Go ahead and play the Diddler, man.
So
But
this is what I sent you. This is what I sent you earlier today.
I saw it. No did it.
I'm just gonna play part of part one because
No
that's.
did it. Play it. Yeah, play that motherfucker, man.
Hold on, I'm getting to it now. 1 second.
Arguments in the Diddy trial. I will explain that in a minute. But let me just tell you today, in terms of winners and losers, if you believe the defense, they're the winner today. We found out that they are not going to call any witnesses, not a single witness. Diddy is not testifying, but let me just tell you, he never was going to testify in this case. He would have been eviscerated on cross. So he's not testifying, but they're not going to call any witnesses. And we have good sourcing on the defense side, and the reason is they don't think the prosecution has proved its case in any respect. They think there is reasonable doubt, at the very least, in terms of racketeering, because this is not organized crime the way they see it. It's disorganized crime. We've talked about this. That Diddy has been a criminal. He's violated a lot of laws. It's just not an organized crime venture under his company umbrella. So they think there's reasonable doubt there. As to proving that they forced Cassie and Jane to engage in sex with a sex worker, they don't think that the prosecution proved its case in terms of consent. They are relying on various text messages, statements made by Cassie and Jane, making it seem like they were down with these freak-offs.
We can stop right here.
And the other thing that they are banking on.
Okay.
I'm saying that this is what we were just talking about, though. That's
Yeah, but
why
I don't agree with it because he said it. They proved his ass. They proved he was guilty, but did they prove it in court? I mean, do they have enough evidence? I just don't know, man. It's crazy to me because the federales normally don't fuck around. They don't do the little old Hollywood Walk of Fame shit. They don't do all that. When
yeah,
they come get your ass, they sit you down. You finna sit down. At the
yeah,
beginning of all this, they offered him a nickel and he turned it down. I thought that was strange. The feds normally don't cut niggas deals. So I thought it was going to be a bunch of people getting exposed. But now I come to the realization that he's in trouble because he wanted his own liquor. He tried to break away from the little old liquor deal and do his own thing. He wanted, and they were like, whoa, 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 you can't break into our shit. You can't do now, So I think that's why they trying to hit him with the RICO, so they can break it. That's what I personally think. Now,
and that's what I was telling you when we were talking. Like, I don't think this was about locking him up. He doesn't. Locking him up, in my mind, would not meet any kind of purpose, because as long as a rich man still has his riches, even behind bars, he still controls shit. Even now, he still controls shit.
yeah.
Only
That's
way
like, yeah,
you stop a crime boss or a boss or anybody like that, when they wanted Al Capone, what did they do? They took all his money.
yeah. That's what they trying to do to him right now with the RICO
Absolutely.
charge. With the RICO charge, I believe that, and I think they showed it, but at the same time, those text messages could be taken a bunch of ways, but it
Absolutely.
says what it says. You know what I mean? That it says what it says.
Eh,
So that puts doubt in there just because, is they saying that because they scared, or they saying that because they really want to do it?
right,
Either way, you got to question that, because the people that they brought up as witnesses were the people that they said that he committed these crimes against.
right.
Okay,
And,
so
and that
now
and
go
that's
ahead.
the biggest thing. On the next video, he talks about that. On the next video, and what I love about TMZ, yes, they started out as a propaganda magazine, but if you really listen to them, they don't discuss it unless it's facts, unless it's something they got directly from somebody's team, not anything that they went out and just saw somebody walking down the street. Because you'll see their shows when they catch somebody walking down the street, they'll say stuff like, oh, we don't want to hypothetically guess, but we're assuming because of the way that he was dressed.
Yeah.
He's sitting here blatantly telling you that I talked to somebody from his team, and this is why they're not going to question nobody, because the RICO case states that you have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he used the corporate money as a mob would use their business to handle mob business. And he didn't. Same way when they tried to go after Young Thug. That's what got him off.
Well, I think he did. I think they proved it, but the problem is it's a bunch of mixed signals being sent by the same people that's saying he did something to him. And see,
I
I'm
agree.
I'm I'm an old fuddy duddy type nigga. Uh, if you fuck over me one time, I'm coming. I'm coming.
Absolutely.
So with that said, it's like I don't know, man. For him to say they're not gonna call no witnesses and they ain't gonna, it's like they not gonna defend. They just go whatever they said. Y'all go in there and y'all decide. That make me feel like you saying, he got that money. He done paid off somebody. It could be the judge, but he done paid somebody. Got some money.
And that's what I'm thinking. That somebody came in and was like, "Hey, tell us what you need us to do,"
Yeah,
right? And
yeah,
he was like, "I don't want to go to jail," and they was like, "Bet. What is? How much does that value to you?" All right,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what that is.
yeah.
He's he said somebody said, "What's sorry? I'm trying to fix it to make sure I can hear us correctly." Okay, he said, "How much does that cost?" And they said, "We'll make it happen." Because right now they may have a freeze on his funds, but they can't do anything with it unless he's found guilty.
Right, right. That's what they trying to do is take control of the money. That's the whole play. That's the whole play. But my thing is the rotten motherfucker's guilty. So now, did he work the system and get away? He won't be the first motherfucker that done something and got away. Cause it ain't what you do, it's how you do it, and you gotta have your shit dot your I's and cross your T's. So now if he
Absolutely.
so now if he done played ball at the big boy table, and we know he has. And when you bump elbows with them motherfuckers, you got to think strategic like they be thinking. So you know he did. That's why they hit him in both houses at one time, trying to get all this here because he got this on camera and he record everything. All that's inside information from somebody. The feds don't know if you record unless somebody say he recording in there.
Hey, y'all heard him talk about the Iran war, the war that's going on, and the reason why that was so, why he made that a point was because Diddy's lawyers made it a point to talk about in court because of the way that they handled the raids and the way that the deputies were joking and taking pictures of the oil and all that. He said, you got more things to worry about than this man having a thrilling sex life, is what the statement that was made.
Right, right, right,
Because
right.
basically this whole case has been about his sex life. I'm not saying he was right, like you said. I'm not saying he didn't do anything wrong. But if you go back and look over this whole period of time, it's just been about his sex life. And I have to say, you know how many people I know that those swinger parties that do the same shit? You know how many people I
No,
know?
no, no. But that ain't what this is about. This is about a rich nigga that wanted to do his own thing with that
I
liquor
know.
company. They were paying him $60 million a year. He went in there
That's
talking about now he wanted to do his own shit, and they
I know.
snatched him. They snatched him out the game. Now you saying he got enough money to pay his way out? Well, damn, what did he go through all this for then? Or did he think they was bullshit?
Nah, I think they thought he was gonna fold because let's be real. Yes, they got some videos, but you can't tell me that they got all the videos because it was way more people in there. Way
Well,
more
the thing,
people.
no, but the other people didn't cross the line.
Right.
You
And
know
I
it's
got
big
you on that.
money. You know it's big money and all that shit. Everybody, them niggas passing envelopes. Nigga, I don't want to hear shit. I ain't testifying or nothing. How much do that cost? It's a, you know what I'm saying? So
And you're
that's
absolutely right. That's
understood.
what I'm saying. You're absolutely.
He had
I
the
agree with
he
you.
had
They
the
were like,
big
"I'm
boy
not
table.
testifying. If you,
Yeah, he
I'm
had
not
yeah
going to
he.
understand.
But this nigga at the big boy table and he ain't gonna get up there and say nothing for his damn self.
So why would I get up there? Why would I go against him?
So I don't know. I think he gonna be guilty at least one of those charges. But if
But
they
the way
don't get
it's
him,
set
but
up,
if they don't
but
get him with
that's
the
what I'm saying.
RICO charge, if they don't get him with the RICO charge, then they're gonna have to come back and refile separate cases for assaults and all that old kind of shit. And
But
but
here's the
see,
problem with that. Knowing the law, the way my dad made us learn it, if he because they introduced all this information on this main case right here and they held nothing back, if they have to refile all that evidence is they cannot refile with that evidence.
no, 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 no. They got to go after him because they know that's what he was doing. They got to
Yes.
come. They got to come back with all kind of their own shit. But
Yes.
but that's just costing them more money. That was my point. If they trying to break it,
Right.
but I don't understand if it was just about money, because he at the big boy table.
Right.
Why the fuck you ain't paid them niggas for now?
Just pay them and get it out the way.
Well, I mean, how long did he been in jail since September or something?
Right.
Shit, I wouldn't have spent Christmas in that motherfucker.
Hey, but the funny part though, why
What?
is your son out doing music videos while you sitting up in jail?
Nigga, they came and got you, nigga. They didn't get me, Pop. I'm on it. That nigga was doing the stanky leg and everything.
Why is your son out doing music videos?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's out kicking it. Like his money ain't about to go away. If your daddy go to jail, that life you think you living,
Now that's for sure. That's for sure. And he's a dirty little sucker too. See,
yeah,
he on some of that shit. Like we was talking about people that's on there, and
yeah,
I don't believe I believe the reason why they not going after everybody else is because Diddy is the one that broke the rule in the rich boy club. It's like being an NBA owner or an NFL owner. They got a rich boy club, and they do shit regardless that we don't do.
right.
And the way they do shit, that's how they do it. They don't do it another way.
And
You know what
I
I
think
mean?
we all agree with that. That at the end of
So
the day, if you hit a certain money level, you play a different game than what
yeah,
we normal people play.
right,
And I
right.
agree with you on that. Football players talk about that.
Yeah,
Basketball
yeah,
players talk about that. Once you get that main salary in the NBA, you no longer get fouls called. We see that just watching games.
yeah. Well, the privilege and all that. See, I don't care nothing about him fucking them grown folks. I don't.
I know it's the kids. I know.
Okay, now it's
But
the
that brings us
it's
back
the
to
dope.
our other that
But
brings
see,
us to
it's
our
the
other
dope.
topic real
It's
quick.
the doping them up and making them fuck that I don't understand. It ain't like I care either way. But
Right.
Cassie's a dime to me. Like we rate women 1 through 10. That little old broad's a dime. You mean to tell me you gonna have watch her fuck somebody else come smash her and you jacking off?
Right.
That to me is like that's some weird shit. I don't know. He gotta be a punk. No, but he gotta be a punk.
I don't doubt that him, Drake, all of them.
But
That's
him
why
being a
Drake's been
punk, he
so
wasn't
quiet.
yeah, but he wasn't charged with being a punk. He wasn't charged with busting Usher up and Beaver up. That ain't what they charged him with.
Right.
Because they were kids at the time of that incident. But see, they don't say shit. They ain't on no list, no nothing. And we know that they were directly in the middle of that shit. Because the bodyguards and Jaguar Wright and all them be calling them out.
Right. Right.
But
And
now
that's
you said,
but you know the biggest thing? You know the
what?
biggest thing to me, and we've been saying this from day one. I just am that person that if you were involved in your child's problem, then I want you need to be held accountable. And that's all I've ever been able to really think about. I understand Diddy. I understand he's a man of power. I understood R. Kelly, where they looked at him as a man of power. But if you walked your daughter into these predators' hands, because the industry talks, so you can't tell me you came in there and nobody at one point said, stay with your daughter. Because you know how I know this to be true? Because Beyonce's dad admitted to it before Beyonce married Jay-Z, that his
Yeah,
problem that he has was that they kept trying to get him out of the studio with his daughter
yeah,
so they can keep her one-on-one. And the one
right.
time they did is when he lost control.
Yep. That's when Jay-Z turned out. He got him. Yeah.
So the industry talks. And if you're a part of this industry, you're a manager in this industry, if you worked in this industry, these aren't new allegations, Top. We've been talking
Oh,
about this since I
oh.
started my company in 2009.
Man, that boy been punking since punking was punking. He been running around here getting out everybody booty, threatening people, arguing with Suge Knight and them and all. Man, we know that boy a punk.
That's all
He,
I'm saying.
he
They,
got a bad broad like, what's her name? Lil Miami, but he wants somebody else to fuck and he gonna watch.
absolutely.
That I mean, for me personally, I don't understand that mindset. I don't see if I'm gonna do some shit, some fucked up shit. It ain't gonna be my girl. You ain't gonna be over there pounding on my girl.
Right.
But I don't. So I'm saying in my mind, it's like, damn, that nigga really is sick. You know what I
But
mean?
predators do what was done to them. Let's talk about that.
Yeah,
Since we
yeah.
predators do
But
what
he got caught. But he done got caught with his drawers down. Cause he done fucked them little boys. He done fucked the little boys and the little girls. See, R. Kelly was taking the little girls. Diddy took them both.
I
Diddy took
agree.
them both. But
R.
did they
Kelly should
prove that? But did they prove that?
no. R. Kelly should have got lynched when he was with Aaliyah. That's when we should have threw him. Hey, but because he could sing, we said, "Oh, it's okay."
The Pied Piper, not the Pied Piper.
Diddy don't have that out. That's so R. Kelly got away the first time. Diddy don't. I don't think that he should have that out, but he got more money, and as long as he has that power and that money, let's not play like we don't know how our system really works.
Yeah, I just thought he was such a big celebrity and in the news every day that there's no way that they could take a payoff now because they done went through the whole trial. You know what I mean? It's like, wait a minute, and they showing the jury certain stuff, and don't nobody know what it is and all that, but we know it's freak off shit. Well, damn. Okay, y'all watching his sex life.
But nobody's talking about what he's in here on, because they talked about the overstate trafficking, the man law. They talked about all of that, but they only discussed it to a certain limit. Top
Yeah, but they just put what they did was connect the dots. Now you either believe it or you don't.
right,
The
but
problem with the defense with the prosecutor's defense is that they brought up when they submitted evidence for them cell phones and all that. No, they wasn't supposed to let some of that shit get played.
right,
But if Diddy lawyer saying, yeah, y'all can play the bad shit, well, they gotta let that play too. So how much value did that have on how the jurors feel? Because
absolutely,
again, was she doing saying, yeah, I want one because that nigga a billionaire. That nigga wasn't just no millionaire. That nigga, that's a billionaire.
yeah,
And he's very controlling, but most billionaires are.
I
You
agree.
don't, you don't get to be a billionaire without watching your shit. So now everybody's saying, well, he had phones and a bank account, a car, and a house, and all that. And see, here's the part that get me. Now you going through all this because you're single. Why you ain't put no music out?
Right. I mean, for what though?
No, but because that's what you are. You are artist.
Hey, my I get what you're saying, but why would I? If I'm a billionaire and I made my money off other people's backs, why would I?
Well, the
Why do
thing
I have
is,
to?
if you're an artist gonna paint, dog. He
I
might
hear,
not sell. He might not sell them, but he gonna paint. You hear me?
I hear
He'll
what you
give
said.
them away to you. He'll
Was
give them away
was
to you.
P Diddy really an artist?
No, I'm talking about her.
Oh, her, yeah.
Her. She's a singer, and you know what I mean. And I just was wondering why she didn't come up with more material in 10 years other than the one album.
My thing is with her. Here's where I stand, and I know I got ate up on it when I said it on my show, bro. Here's where I stand with her. When I put it on my Facebook, they tried to come after me. I understand what Stockholm syndrome is. For you guys that don't get it and don't understand what Stockholm syndrome is, when you've been beaten so much in a relationship that you don't know any better and you're used to it, so therefore it becomes a mental illness and you can't leave because of that. My issue with her is you were able to leave and kept coming back. He didn't hold her hostage. He didn't hold her like R. Kelly did those girls. He literally she moved out, got her own place, started doing her own stuff, but you steady texted him. When
Right.
the next one? When the next one? When we getting back to it?
Yeah. But now again, is she saying that because she know? You dig what I'm saying? That that's what he want, or is she saying that because she a freak too? Cause see, he turned her
Absolutely.
out. He turned her out. She was 19. So whatever little shit they did, he was the first one that really got a hold to her. You
But
know
this
what I
is
mean?
why, but Top, this is why I say at the end of the day, and I say this wholeheartedly to every man out there watching. If you are over 30 years old and you're messing with a 19, 20-year old, you cannot be my friend.
Right.
You cannot be in my circle. You
Right.
can, because in my mind, you are a pedophile.
Right.
And you may
Right.
say he's of age. You may say you can say that all you want.
Right.
Convince yourself that you're right. But at the
Right.
end of the day, to a real man, to a
Right.
real dad, to a real granddad, to a
Right.
real grandma, to a real
Right.
mama, you are
Right.
a pedophile.
No doubt. No doubt. Well, I think all black families, I ain't never been in a white family. I'm a nigga. But I think all of our families have somebody like that in it.
Right.
And we all know who they are.
Absolutely.
So those are some of the things that, when we talking about this Diddy shit that we need to do when I'm talking about talk to our kids. We need to know what's happening with them. Because see, they didn't talk about the kids as much as I thought they was. But all those parents, where y'all at?
That's what we've been asking for
Where
since.
y'all at? What y'all doing? Well, come here. No, no, hell no. So he, like you said, he got that kind of paper, but ooh, how much paper he go? It's okay. Tried to put 50 up to get on bond, so it's more than 50.
They got him. They got it. Had to be a pretty low number, bro. Because for TMZ to go boldly on there and put, you saw the title. It
Yeah,
ain't like I made it up. It said P Diddy will be released in a week.
they said this week.
Yeah, this week. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
But my whole thing with that whole conversation is, I hope this is parents who kids want to be in the music business. I hope this puts you in a mode to protect your babies. Just like you said at the start of the show, I'm gonna walk away from this Diddy thing for a moment. We've been talking about all the shootings that have been. I don't think we talk. I lived in Dallas. I moved there in 2004. We met in 2000 and what, eight, nine, eight,
yeah. More than eight. I don't know.
and not ever since I lived there have I seen so much killing.
No, never. All time high. We're at
Every
all
week,
time high.
every week I'm looking up. Now I look at it now like, dang, did we move? Did Dallas become Chicago all of a sudden? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Today, Chicago, NBA YoungBoy goes on there. Hey, I'm coming to your city. I'm doing a concert. Two of his niggas get murdered the minute they get off the plane. When we gonna stop letting these young people dictate our culture, black people? Because we stand up, man. I can carry a gun. It doesn't make. My dad used to say, you could anybody can pick up a gun. I want to see you tomorrow. I want to see you wake up. I told a little kid that yesterday. You can go get a gun if you want, but don't you want to see your mama tomorrow? Because if you pick up a gun, what you think them other people gonna do? You think they're gonna sit back and let you shoot at them and they not coming back? But in the midst of them coming back, they're gonna shoot your mama, your grandma. If they can't get a hold of you, bro, they coming after your family. That's how these, like you said, this young, what do you call them? Debt? No, what do you call them?
Generation dead.
Man, they not coming back for just you,
No.
bro. They coming for your whole house.
Yeah, they don't have no rules, no loyalty, no understanding of when to kill, why to kill, and who to kill. They don't understand it. Killing, that's what make you a man. When you kill a motherfucker, Oh man, you done took a life. What the hell wrong with you? So you better have a good goddamn reason for
Right.
killing another man. He trying to kill you or some shit. But normally, two men, no matter how mad they are, if they mad enough, if they sitting in the room long enough, they'll talk.
Absolutely.
Somebody gonna say something.
And we have completely gotten away from that. We've gotten away
Conversation.
from the conversation because nobody respects nobody.
Well,
I
look
get
what's going on in Iran. Look what's happening in Iran right now.
right,
But see, for me personally, they've been fighting my whole life.
right.
So I don't really have no nothing about none of that. But I do fear it's a lot of them over here that
And now,
sleeper cell shit. And but that's bound to happen. I just hope this ain't it.
and I agree because we allow. Man, I don't even want to get on that topic. We gonna come. We gonna. I don't even want to go that route because you know where I'm about to go with that. But at the end of the day, you're absolutely right. When it's all said and done, America has become free. We don't care. We have literally put ourselves in a position to where anybody could be here. Anybody could do whatever they want to do to us. They can come in here and do what they want to do. Shit, we teach most of them to do the things they are doing to us now.
That's right. That's
They
right.
come to our colleges, they learn at our schools, they get our money, they go back home. They're wealthier now because uh, let's just be real, bro. The currency change. If they come
Yeah,
over here
yeah.
and make $42,000 in that first year, and they take that back to their country, they are now wealthy. I know for a fact, if you took $42,000 to Dubai right now, you would be living a life of luxury.
Damn. Well, I know the dollar. I know the price of the dollar. So that's part of living. And I just don't. I don't understand, man. I don't. I just think we need to talk to these kids. When we talking about all the killings and the shootings and the senseless deaths and shit, man. See, nobody's talking to these kids. They not
Nobody.
thinking. They not thinking. They don't do no critical thinking. They don't even know what it is. They just reacting to shit. They just like you say all the time, man. Y'all get out your feelings. You emotional. No,
Yeah.
I ain't emotional. Yeah, yeah. Nobody talks to these kids. It's like our dad would have say, "Man up, nigga, and get your ass off the ground. Fuck all that crying. Get your ass up."
Hey, the minute I saw when I stopped playing with guns, the minute I saw my first homeboy killed over accidentally stepping on somebody's shoes, that's when I realized this game ain't for me no more.
Damn. Well, the first time I saw somebody get shot, I was like 7 years old, was playing with this little girl that stayed next door, and a dude walked over there, and he say, "Mary, is your mama in there?" She say, "No," and I say, "Yes, she is. You know your mama right there." And he walked in there and killed her, and walked right out, went right by us. So I've been around death a long time, and I just think he gonna get what he got coming. But something's up for them not to even argue or say nothing. Oh, that's some fly man shit there. That's some checkmate shit.
Right. That's why I said I think at the end of the day, he's telling the world like I'm not going to jail.
Yeah,
And
checkmate.
everybody who talk bad about me, don't you got to see me when I get out.
Yeah, checkmate though. It's gonna be some missing motherfuckers if they let him go. Like that bodyguard Gene Deal,
Yeah.
Jaguar Wright. Some of them motherfuckers gonna disappear.
Well, she's
If
in
they
hiding now.
Yeah, but she ain't gonna be able to hide from Diddy. Diddy got money. See, money make everybody talk.
Yep.
And see, she hiding, but she keep dipping her head out on that computer trying to send out little old shit. Well, they can find you when you cut that bitch on. You don't have to have nothing but a cell phone.
Absolutely.
And we all know she got a cell phone.
Because she's steady on it. What you
You
mean?
did. You did. If they
She's
let
steady.
him go, man, they can't let that nigga go, man. The feds, Do you realize they had 73, 74 officers on them two premises when they hit them?
Yeah,
The
that's what
manpower, the
and that's
manpower
what he
and
was talking
money,
about.
the manpower and money that they spent getting this boy, they can't let him go, Jay.
That's what he was talking about. He was saying at the end of the day, the amount of people that was put into the amount of stuff that was put into the effort of arresting him, the amount of resources that was put into the effort of arrest of it's like what else was going on that you put this much resource into that?
Well, the thing for me is, I got the exact same question. The thing for me is with the feds, they normally dot their I's and cross their T's. Y'all telling me y'all that wasn't sure? Y'all spent this much and wasn't sure? And I believe that they sure. I believe that they proved it, but while they was proving it, they put the doubt out there they damn self.
Hold on.
So I don't know. I think he's gonna get life. You say you don't think he's gonna do 1 day.
I don't. And I've been saying this from the start because the
Yep.
way, if you pay attention to the way all this happened, 1 week he's on Zeus. I mean, not Zeus. What's his network? Whatever his network, Revolve. He was on Revolve on a talk show. He stated why uh, Ciroc and him are parting ways. Whoever the owner of Ciroc, whatever that black, whatever, he stated that because I believe that they were trying to make me do the black man dance, and I wasn't trying to do it.
Yeah,
So
I hear
I
that.
told them I want my own brand, my own liquor. We can cut this tie. I no longer will support Ciroc. And they were like, we just paid you $60 million. What do you mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So at the end of that, next thing you know, not even top, the timeline I'm saying is right. We watched this unfold.
yeah,
3 weeks later, Cassidy's videos popped up. Cassidy started suing him. They're
yeah. But
coming.
Jay, Jay, to add to what you're saying, but why wait to now? If he could have paid and got off, what the fuck we been doing?
But the thing about it is, I don't think he paid. I think they just don't have enough evidence. Tom.
Oh
He
yeah, he paid.
now
He
here's the
paid.
thing: if he did, we'll never know that, unless, like I said, whoever
No, no,
he
no,
paid,
no,
if
no.
he paid a juror, that dude is gonna go to his grave. That dude might come up missing the minute the case is over with.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt,
Whatever
no
that
doubt.
is, you better take whatever he offered you and get the hell about the country.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
when
True,
you
true
beat
that.
something like this, it's like when the mob beat a case, they not gonna let you, oh yeah, we'll pay you, but we gonna wait about 3 months and you gonna have
Yeah,
an unexpected accident.
yeah. You gonna come out now? You gonna come outside and get in the car, and that bitch gonna blow up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's how they roll.
So
But
we
he's
got
a
Miss Unity Perez on Facebook. She says it's all politics, and she don't think that he's gonna go to jail either. He's about to get off. I'm telling you, Top, the evidence shows.
man. The evidence showed the evidence. Man, come on, man.
The evidence that you're talking about just shows him to be a sexual predator, not a Rico crime boss.
Well, they trying to get the RICO charge on him. I know that, and I know that he paid for the shit with his company. With it, but now in order for it to be trafficking, you gotta sell some motherfucker. That means he's supposed to sell this hoe. But he
Right.
wasn't selling hoes. He was paying niggas and hoes to fuck.
Like I said, he said those guys that got on that stand, they said the key word, and that's what everybody is listening to. The key word they said was he never paid us for sex. He paid us to come entertain and be discreet. That is in a contract wise. They have paperwork on that, there's no different than me booking an artist and bringing them here. If I bring him here and Melissa sleeps with him or somebody sleeps with him, I did not make that happen.
Yeah, but he on film. See, the thing is, now that's the physical part where we talking, right? And they interviewing somebody. Now, they watching the goddamn freak-offs right there. They watching them. We ain't
But,
seeing them as the
but
public.
that's not
But
a
they
criminal crime.
no,
You can't lock me
no,
up.
listen to me.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Trolling the whole situation. He barking out commands and shit. Now turn over now. Now you ride him. Now suck his dick. He give he's in control. The jury is seeing this, but at the same time they introduced all this. They introduced doubt just with the text messages.
But I'm saying, Top, what they did, I hear what you said. Yes, he's a commanding, controlling sex freak. But does that give you enough evidence to say he's a crime boss?
Well, now here's the thing. Here's the thing. I personally don't know. See, for me, you don't have to have multiples to be guilty. If you did something, you did it. So now he had 3 or 4 girls that he abused, drugged, and hold them out just right there that talked. But y'all went home. What the hell you come back for?
Right. That's
No,
my
but if it's so bad over here with the diddler, what you keep coming back for? What you keep calling me for?
right. Hey, we coming up on the hour. You want to take a break?
We can take a break and come back to this diddler thing because it's just so interesting to me because I don't think they gonna let him go. I just don't see it.
All right.
They didn't let Bill Cosby go. We're gonna pay some bills, man, and we'll be right back with y'all, man. I appreciate.
I watched this boy for real, cause he used to come by and lend me $1 here, 50 cents down. He was all right, He would never lend me 5 though, They let me have them tools and fuels, So I felt for the boy. I went over there talking to him. And he ignorant. Cause I sit down and talk to him, and he don't let him get none of that powder in his nose. That's like trying to talk to a baboon bear. I talked to the boy 7 days and 7 nights. He was still on the same subject. Where can I get some more?
Next rhyme, storylines about a friend of mine. I guess we'll call him Lil Johnny this time. Now Lil Johnny lived a life of a hard knot, have not. Project born, raised by the dope spot. Now mama did what she could, but the grind was hard. The last thing he wanted to do was break the Jones hard. But in the process from growing up water, man, sometimes you lose your reality, know what I'm saying? Now at the age of 13, Johnny saw his pop shot by a crooked cop while he was cutting school, posted on the block. So understand me when I tell you he done seen some things. Like we be popping it, baby, the Johnny Woods game. Raised in Dixon on that Trey 5-7 beat, where everything is real in the field, play for keeps. He watched them players roll bits and pimp player hits. He learned the game and saw it, baby, as good as it gets. Now mama begging to quit, switch game, go legit. But he didn't feel it till she got sprung on that glass dick. Now trials and tribulations, dangerous, sad faces, dodging cases. He won't know one way from the game. There's only one problem, he loving paper. Expensive lifestyle, shopping daily, living wild. Got homies he came up with from day one, they won't let him down. My dated paper chasing, living only for money making. But Section 8 project brawls, they got him aggravated. Dry season, they cut through homies, they're waiting, they all up on him. That 201 Hummer, he packed his gat up in his bummer. Having suicidal thoughts, hiding out up in funky town. Got killers head away by the pound. Now can they get down? See drama, look company, that shit like misery. It's killer be, especially when you thought they your friends, but they enemies. Johnny popped the cop, trying to take him for what he got. A stepchild be real on the block. Papoose, what you got? So what you got, baby? What you got? I tell y'all what. Say, man, make a block. Yeah, make a block, man. Yeah, make a block. Say what you need. No, sir. Make a block. Make a block.
I ain't no motherfucking dope dealer, dope dealer. I'm a rapper that hustle and chop it up and hit your block with it. Call me the top dollar, and I want every motherfucking dollar. Keep the game and right about how I got it. I got big work, I got big faces. I done been around the block, I done seen places. I'm the big boss type, name brand nigga, with big nuts and I'm known to fuck around nigga.
Welcome to Top Metropolis, the home of Sudan. I'm your host, I'm Topodopolis. My peeps call me Squilla Man. Born and raised in the dirty, known for pushing pounds and burdens. Clown when it's necessary. Real mics to the damn bird. I'm from the south side of town, where we be go-getters. Gold grills, Cadillacs and pills, and we boy now nigga. Home of that one hit a quitter, day chopping, popping collar, nigga. Serve, drinking money, making head, busting lyrics spitter. The ultimate game is chess. The ultimate fee is death. The ultimate nigga top dollar. My name speaks for itself. Practice my telekinesis, write my thesis, drop this hip hop and sequels. Macalicious, I'm nutrition, magnificent, lethal. Listen up, I got some free games. Say no, not really, cause it cost me like a motherfucker. Y'all gon' feel it. The top spot, I'm top notch. This be the top of 10. Stepchild records, fighting 5. It ain't bullshit.
I ain't no motherfucking dope dealer, I'm a rapper that hustle and chop it up and hit your block with it. Call me the top dollar, and I want every motherfucking dollar. Keep the game and right about how I got it. I got big work, I got big faces. I done been around the block, I done seen places. I'm the big boss type, name brand nigga, with big nuts and I'm known to fuck around nigga.
Now that Jay-Z done retired, these boys in the game, they shook. They thought the spot was open competition. Playboy, the spot I already took. My flight I already booked. Since Pop wanna be nice. Crushing boys, albums with hooks already. These cats acting like raws. They claim MCs, but they frauds. These niggas act like since they can rap, they gon' blow up in balls. You got cats producing beats in up front, wanting they bread. It's a process, y'all. The down is beating them hard out the gap. My thick is marketing promotions. See, vinyl is essential. Barcode with the tax ID now with posters. 8x10 promo pictures out the coordinated album. Nigga, I put 5 in these streets. But the 4 groups had 9 producers, dog. Plus I don't make beats. Next level of the game. CID points and publishing, production deals. Tools set up with videos, crushing shit. In-house producers, screwed and chopped. Down in Houston, beat the block up to build my stock up. Y'all can suck my dick to be true.
Dope dealer. I'm a rapper that hustle and chop it up and hit your block with it. Call me the top dollar, and I want every motherfucking dollar. Keep the game and right about how I got it. I got big work, I got big faces. I done been around the block, I done seen places. I'm the big boss type, name brand nigga, with big nuts and I'm known to fuck around nigga.
These labels be shifty, I swear I ain't never seen nothing like it. Fucking these boys up with no Vaseline and making them like it. For sure, that's why I keep it gutter. Guilty by affiliation, fuck em. Stand independent, penny a minute, forever hustling. Hurting the slab, head of the lab, it's the Squilla Man. I move to work, I don't do the perks, stick to the plan, like I just want a Grammy. Smoking on this game, I keep a boosted bar for dating, chopping these hoes, call me daddy. No commercials, no videos, no BET. But every corner store, pool hall, barbershop, liquor store, y'all see me out the trunk around the clock. Got every penny looking down, what, ride this motherfucker until the wheels fall off. Hush, 5 he suggests for me, keep some starch in my pants. The living legend, the top of text, I'm back again. See, me telling I'm the coldest. What that work it, I just sold it. What that sticky egg is all up in me, I
ain't no motherfucking dope dealer. I'm a rapper that hustle and chop it up and hit your block with it. Call me the top dollar, and I want every motherfucking dollar. Keep the game and right about how I got it. I got big work, I got big faces. I done been around the block, I done seen places. I'm the big boss type, name brand nigga, with big nuts and I'm known to fuck around nigga.
I was born in it. I'm done in it. I won in it.
Hey, yo, Pluto. You going crazy?
Nigga. I love for the trap. I love for the trap. Like it's real love. Damn, bro, nigga. I was born in it. I'm done in it. I won in it. I'm about, nigga. My love for the trap. My love for the trap. I think this love real. Still got love for the trap that almost got me killed.
somebody grab a heater. In and out of town, buy a lot, get the prices cheaper. I was born in it, tryna make a track, I have my son in it. Dope man, son, paid attention, now I'm a done in it. But I love you. You my everything, love with the trap, see that Z, that's my wedding ring. Now run through the hood, finna blow the brain. Don't know where I be without you, probably go insane. My love for the trap, my love for the trap. I think this love real, still got love for the trap, it almost got me killed. Grab a sandwich bag, take cash out. When you come, bring only cash. Ride had a house, I swear the trap house new many nights. I'm on the plane again, we getting low, it's time to take a flight. Hey, I love you. You change a nigga like how I'ma put something before you. Second trip I ever had on land weight. Right in folks, show me what love was. I swear at first I had no ups and downs in this shit. 2 and 3, watch for the raid. Knew I make something out of my life and I went the day. Never pull up now, cause it ain't too many left. I ain't making no excuses, playing the cards that I was dealt. I'm in a trap house, locked downtown, nice as hell, but I'ma trap it out. Really know them raps, told you that, got it mapped out. Since I graduated, 5 years, seen no drought. I think it's real love. I love that trap shit. You change a nigga life, know this shit wrong, I don't know why, feel so right. My love for the trap, I know where I be.
Baby, can you roll it? Wanna see you? Hey, yo, Chris, you made this? I got love for Tina, they got love for me. We just some real G's rolling Texas, loving this Tina. I got love for Tina, they got love for me. East Coast, West Coast, man, they love these Tinas. I got love for Tina, they got love for me. Shreveport, Monroe, man, they love these Tinas. I got love for Tina, they got love for me. So I ride till I leave.
Now I'll get it started. Just want the wood ever ride. The one that try to stop me, you can call a bitch if they die. Too many cry, too many fail, and I'm still standing. Here's the reason for no rain, because it's too damn demanding. No understanding. We talking to me about other brothers, how it is. I'm only child, there be no other say on me. But never give a damn, I'm Ebenezer. And never get my bread to no trickin' ass geezer. Buy you a drink, trick please. You know my pockets be sick. I'm on the hunt for the lean, it ain't about to quit. New money, they wanna be equal, have on the income tax. Let me hold your credit cards, so I can run up to the max. You know my time be blocked up like them cement shoes. On the grind with my kids, I have no time to lose. On my way from down south, then I'm headed up north. From east to west, my partner Troy, I take for what it is worth.
I got love for Tina, they got love for me. Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas, man, they love these cheaters. I got love for Tina, they got love for me. St. Louis, KC, man, they love these cheaters. I got love for Tina, they got love for me. Jacktown, Vicksburg, man, they love these cheaters. I got love for Tina, they got love for me. Little Rock, El Dorado, man, they love these cheaters.
I'm everywhere you wanna be, I'm like a visa. Woody wood up in this bitch, Ebenezer. With the twist in my finger, I have them bouncing like switches. I'm Southern G, put it down, and it's not all about riches. I'll make you change your tone. When I slide in the room, a straight hustler, I the grove, sweeping haters with broom. Like to meet your doom. I take my people, they down, don't take that long door. And that goes for any time. We the one that get it started. When we started, won't end. None of my rules can't be broken in that damn, so won't be. I'm always heating up like a heater. White holes like mosquitoes. You best to watch yourself, cause I explode like torpedoes. And bad with other cheaters. Never been a woman beater. You can call me Ebenezer with it wood, sweet Peter. What's up, senorita? The polished off a leader. And when she's acting up, I let her know that I don't need her.
I got love for Tina, they got love for me. They're from Montana, man, they love these cheaters. I got love for Tina, they got love for me. Huntsville, Louisville, man, they love these cheaters. I got love for Tina, they got love for me. Myrtle Beach, Tampa Bay, man, they love these cheaters. I got love for Tina, they got love for me. The whole Southern Hope player, man, they love these cheaters.
I'm acting bad. bad. Some say it's good. It's your number one lunatic, Woody Wood. With a brother from South D in New Orleans. I'm out here out on the cut. We making major green. So set your shit down. I'm straight out the book, you see. I'm blowing big and everywhere I go a G to G.
We
What's
are.
happening, man? Welcome back. Welcome back, y'all. I appreciate everybody rocking with me, man. My brother on there tonight. We going over the Diddy thing. You know, all my shows, Real Talk Dials After Dark, is sponsored by Grillo's Barbecue and Catering. You know what I mean? And you don't need no teeth to eat that beef. You get what I'm saying? All you gotta do is you ring, we bring. It's just that simple. Ain't nothing too big or too small. We do them all, from trail rides to weddings. It don't matter. And you can reach us at 469-337-0185. Grillo's Barbecue and Catering, man. I'm telling you, you don't even need no teeth. You got dentures, you don't even need to lock them holes down. You can take them out and eat what we cook.
That
Yeah.
is
And
true though.
put that on
I'm la-
everything.
I'm laughing, but that's true.
Just put that on everything, man. I can't cook but two things:
And
barbecue and crack.
and one of them we try not to do no more.
No, I don't fuck with it no more at all. I'm through fucking with it. But I was just saying two things that I know how to cook, and you can't beat me fucking with neither one of them. But now, with that said, I just wanted to give a little shout out on the little when we was gone, we was paying bills. That was Woody Wood, y'all heard the Southern Cheetah. Yeah, man, he doing this thing, man. Y'all be on the lookout for him. He got a show on Saturdays from 12 to 2 every Saturday. He's a comedian, but the dude is hella talented. Y'all check him out, man. But now back to you, Jay.
Back to me.
You telling me the diddler going free?
And I'm gonna tell you, and the whole thing about it is, I've been saying this from day one. The stuff that they, I think where they messed up, bro, they allowed the media to make a big deal of this instead of just doing what you know the feds to do. To
Yeah,
come in, get the arrests, lock them up, and then let the media play its game. I think because the media played so much of a game in the beginning that it was kind of hard to bring this to the case they really wanted. I think if they would have snatched him up without all the troops, without all the army, because you're looking at I bet it was hard as hell to pick a jury for that case.
yeah, and you know they kicked out two of them.
Yeah, I wonder how many times they had to go through that jury selection before they even got to the two that they kicked out. That's what I'm saying. Because by that time, it's hard to be like, forget what you say in the media. I've been on jury duty. They tell you that. Forget what you read. It's hard to forget the stuff that you see.
That's right. In the news.
Right. So,
Relevant news. Relevant
and then,
news.
and then come back and say, but the only thing you can judge this man off of is what is on this document
Right.
and what
And
it
for me,
says when it's
yeah,
actually coming out.
and for me, I just feel like the human nature, I don't think they're gonna let him come home. I think they're gonna keep him, man. I really do.
I,
But
I just don't. I don't see it. I just don't. And the
well,
sad part is, if he does go to jail, that's gonna be a sad day in our industry for us as black people.
oh no, now no doubt now. They taking a major piece plug out of there. But if he doing all the shit that they said he was doing, fuck it.
But the whole thing is, and I hear what you're saying, I got it. But who ain't doing that in the industry?
Now I don't know what they doing. I know what this nigga doing. I done seen him on camera. This nigga blowing up cars and shit. No, I know this nigga. Everybody doing fucked up shit. But like you said, they running all this through the media.
Right.
It's just I just think the human nature in the juries are gonna convict his ass.
I just don't think so.
Well, we got what 2 or 3 days here. By this time next week, we should know.
For sure.
Because the defense said they're gonna be through tomorrow, and Diddy say shit, he ain't gonna testify. They ain't calling no witnesses. They not cross examining nothing. They gonna rest. They get their closing argument and rest.
Yeah. But it was something I
They
said offline I wanted to come back on and talk about. I forgot. We were talking about so much offline. What did I say? That is something I'm shocked that I said it's something. This part is what I was shocked about that they didn't bring up and that they haven't been discussing, but I can't remember what that is now. It'll come
Well,
back to me.
for me, the part that they overlooked that's there that nobody talking about is the kid aspect of it. The little girls that he had laying flat and with the food on them and shit, and you come eat something off of it, and if you like it, you take and go fuck her. Then she clean up and come back, get back on the food tray. The little girl aspect of it. But I believe now that, like you were saying, it's some major players involved with that. It's a now that's gonna make up that not that'll fuck around and cripple our country.
See, and my whole thing in this. That's what I was gonna say. You're right. That was the point I was gonna make. Human trafficking is big, and the thing about going after him on a case like that is that you would basically be taking out so many other major people. And we're not talking about forget the music industry. We're talking about
Right, right. We're talking
senators.
about money.
We're talking about
No, we're
chief of
talking about money.
police.
We're talking about
Yeah,
money.
forget the
We're
music
talking about
industry.
money.
We're
You know,
talking
they
about people that just a couple years ago. I'm not going to say the name, and I'm not going to say the name of the organization, but in Dallas, it was exposed that the chief of police, the mayor, were all wrapped up. They just did a 270. I just put that video up in Dallas. 274 people were arrested for sex trafficking just 2 weeks ago.
yeah. And nobody talks about all the little kids that's missing. You know,
Yep,
like now we talking about the Diddy shit. Where's all these kids?
yep.
They said Oprah had something to do with the kids and all this whole, as far as managing them and getting them and training. Where is these kids at? See, they talking about you fucking grown folks. I don't care nothing about that. That don't move me or nothing. Cause I don't even understand how his mind think to pay somebody to sleep with his girl and he jack off. I don't what? What the fuck? I don't understand. I really don't. I know it might sound funny, but I really don't understand that. You got $1 billion.
I don't understand it either. I don't
You
get it, but
got a badass girl. You got $1 billion, and you can't fuck her. That's incredible to me. So I don't know. I think they're supposed to lock his ass up. At least 2 life sentences.
yeah, I don't.
But
I don't get it either. My
yeah,
whole
but
thing, when it's all boils down
I
to
don't
it,
get that.
I
Yeah,
just
but they,
kind of,
they gotta prove it. They
I
gotta
just
prove it.
my whole thing is when it come down to it is when it come to the kids, like they got Epstein out the way before we could see his list. He got killed. They went after. How does 274 people get arrested for sex trafficking case and it's not plastered all over the news? It's not plastered all over the
Right,
city. It's
right,
not talked about. They
right.
rescued over 160 kids,
That part.
but nobody's talking about it. But we're
That
we're
part.
chasing. We're looking at kids, especially and this is something dear to my heart, especially kids that go into the foster care system. I've been telling parents for years, you have to really be careful what you do with your kids because CPS is on a mission to remove black kids from their homes.
Yes.
It's a mission.
Yes, that's part of the plan. And that's
Yeah,
why, that's part of like and for me, I always try to come with solutions to some of these problems that we be having because it drives me crazy that nobody is responsible for these kids. But my big thing is the black man has got to get back in the home and be a man. He gonna have to take care of his own shit. He's gonna tell his wife, "No, we ain't on food stamps no more. We ain't on Section 8 no more. You finna go get a job, or I'm gonna go get 2 jobs." And we got to get back in the home and start
I,
talking to these kids at a young age.
and you, so I was going to ask you that question. I'm glad you said that. I think it really is a big deal about the government. Remember when your mom used to be like, "Don't the government, you can't come in my house." I think we have well surpassed that point that we are comfortable with somebody else telling us how our house has to be ran,
Right, right. No
telling
discipline.
us how
No,
our
but
kids have to be
yeah,
ran,
but that's
telling us
because we got kids having kids now, and they don't even know how to be grown. Now Tamika we got a whole generation of Tamikas. They 15 having babies. Now they 30, the baby 15. Now she pregnant. Now you a granny at 30. And we done sped this cycle up so bad to where now if you ain't gay or punk, y'all killing each other.
exactly. Hey, and that's the man. You brought it back around to that, and that's a good way to bring it back, man. Like it literally is. That's the scale we're on. You either gay or you're a gangster.
Yeah.
It's no in between. And
But
but
it's no real men. It's like against the law to be a man, to grow up and
hey,
just be a respectable ass man. It's like
and,
something wrong with that.
and remember we had that conversation. You get ridiculed and heckled and beat down because you stand 10 toes down on what a man is supposed to be and what a man is supposed to do. You get told like if you tell me that my little boy is coming to your house and you're allowing him to play with dolls and I tell you don't let my little boy play with dolls, he's a boy. I bought him cars. I bought him this. I bought him that because I bought him a football because I need him in the yard running rough. But dads, we need to stop listening to the moms and get back rough with our boys.
That's right. We got to raise men to be husbands, and we got to raise these little girls to be wives. We have to put the black family back together. And I know, it seemed like a hard cry, but it's really not because everybody fucking somebody. So let's get rid of the baby mama shit. And if that's your girl, go on sit down. And then that's your girl. You got to get back in the house every day. You got to talk to your kids every day. This is how we change what's going on. Because I feel like we got a generation of kids that they so unforgiving and unloving, but it's because they wasn't loved and they don't know how to forgive. All they know is
How did
take,
our gener not us, how did our kids make it through? How do you think our
shoot,
kids,
shoot.
because we're not talking about our kids, guys. I need you to understand that. We're talking about the kids after our kids.
Right.
Our kids, we still live by some of that same morals. We still whooped, we still discipline them. And when I say that, this is what I mean, guys. The the thing of, and we talked about this top, we talk about this all the time. Parents, there is a window of opportunity to discipline your kids to where you will never have to whoop them after they pass this age.
Yep. From 2 to
And
8.
if you understand that, because their brain is forming at that time, right?
That's
Three
right.
to eight.
From
Their
2 to
brain
8.
is forming at that time that you are developing what they call social skills within them.
That's right.
Meaning, I never had to tell my boys how to act in public because I did that when they were little. So when they got older, remember we used to call it the fear of mom.
Yep.
Mom didn't have to whoop us. She could look at us and we'd be like, okay. It wasn't that I was bigger than taller than my mom before I reached sixth grade.
Yeah, but see, from 2 to 8, when she spunked that ass and you were learning what to do, behavior. See, behavior, the thing about behavior is this: it's accepted. You teach people how to act, you teach people how to treat you. Well, who's your first teacher? Your
Your
mom.
mom.
You
Yeah,
did? So that's what's missing. Like I said, we got a generation full of kids having kids, and they don't know what the fuck they supposed to be doing. And by the time they learn, they 42, 43 years old.
absolutely.
They done went through the gay shit, got 2 or 3 baby daddies. Now all of a sudden they want to get married with this high mileage wore out pussy. I'm just telling you, man. We
Or
got
the other way around when the girl want to marry a high mileage wore out dick. Like real talk. Men put on the same miles.
Yeah. But the thing is
I'm a
now.
boy though. I know, but
Yeah, you goddamn
I
right.
gotta keep it right for the women too though, because we do have
No,
women
no,
listening.
that is right. No, that is right. You trying to be fair. What make it fair and right is two different things.
Right.
God damn it. Shit. We supposed to fuck. They ain't supposed to be fucking it. They supposed to be the prize. They giving away the pussy, selling the pussy, auctioning this shit out. Now, hell, just talking about the Diddy shit, it seemed like they was fucking just so they could stay in the nigga circle because he paying for shit. He paying
Well, that's
people rent.
obvious
He
because
paying
look
their
at,
car notes. He paying their cell phone bills. Well, goddamn, he putting money in your bank account. But now you talking about he got my booty. Okay. And
hey, that's obvious. I said that when the producer came out, like nigga. So you
I
went
don't
back,
understand it. No, but
like
I don't
you
yeah.
crying
We talking
because
about 10 years though. We ain't talking about like 2 or 3 times. We talking
right.
about a decade, a whole motherfucking decade.
That's all I'm saying, Top. Hold on. Because as a real man, you only got one time for me to black out on your couch and I don't remember what happened to me. That whole house is up for shots.
You
At
goddamn right.
that point, going to
You
jail is
goddamn
not
right.
an option for me.
No, you can't play with my booty. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
The hardest thing, and women, I think you guys don't understand, the hardest thing that a man can do, it isn't that men don't know that we need to do a prostate exam, but the hardest thing to do is let somebody do that. But now it's starting to become, and I don't mean to get into this topic, but you got to if we're talking about this. It's become a norm to have. I heard someone say, if your girlfriend is effing you with a dildo, you're
Yeah,
not gay. I saw someone say it on Facebook. I've heard dudes talk about it, and I'm like, at what point did this become a norm?
again,
Women,
it's
at
like
what
yeah, but it's
point?
like yeah, we can't beat a boy. It's like what the fuck you mean? I got a dick. I'm doing the fucking. The fuck? I don't need no play dick. I got a real dick right here. Bend over, bitch, or lay back or something.
And
I don't.
that's like, when did we get that to that norm? And I hear
Yeah,
now, I'm starting to hear more and more dudes talk about it. I'm hearing, and I'm like, so y'all literally are. I said, let me. I was in a group, a little chat group, and I said, so let me ask y'all this question: are y'all really telling me that it is men in this group that are allowing their wives to do this to them? Let me make some sense out of that, because they used to do that to us in slavery to entail a form of domination. They used to break us, is what it's called.
yeah.
Because once you've been violated that way, you question your manhood every day after that. And that's not me knowing by any, because nothing's ever happened to me. I get people all the time that's using foster care. You sure you never been molested? I swear to God, I wouldn't be here today if I ever got touched. I didn't have my mama. I didn't have my daddy. If you tried to do anything to me, I lived in a foster home where years later I found out that three of my foster brothers were molested by the lady's son. So when they called me up and asked me to testify, I said, I can't even testify because he never tried anything with me. So
Right.
what I'm telling y'all, that he was a weirdo, I told y'all that. But I think he knew that if you come toward me, bro, your mama gonna be burying you.
Now, see, and that's another thing that kind of disturbs me because Diddy got a little too arrogant. See,
Right.
it's one thing to be freaky and all that shit, but now if you want the record deal, you got to suck his dick. It's like what? You don't want the bitch to suck your dick? She's sitting right there next to you.
Absolutely.
That I like I say that mindset. I understand he think it's a power trip, but to me that's some devilish shit. You know what I mean? What you mean suck your dick for the job? Nigga, I'm talented. You gonna give me the job?
But here's my thing too. Did we really not know he wasn't like that? Because I
No,
think
no,
we
he
all
been that
seen.
way. Did it
I
been
think
punking since punking was punking.
I think we all saw creating the band. when the nigga wild
Yeah,
out, like this is me, this is all me.
yeah.
Because when you go down that route, we wonder why Justin Bieber is falling apart. We wonder why Usher's was falling apart when he was. We wonder why Bow Wow was falling apart. Why these artists were falling apart. Even some of the girls. One girl just literally, one of my favorite white artists came out and she did an article and she said, being young in an industry like this was hard for me because if I wanted to get something done and a male was the producer, he always tried to FUCK. So I would
Yep.
have to go and find other producers or no, just send me the beat at home. I'll record it. A lot of people are saying that. Like in this industry, when I was at Swim Week, bro, the amount of gay people that were in the fashion show in Swim Week was ridiculous when you had over 3,000 girls there.
Damn.
But
Well,
majority of the models were
but
trannies and
well, see the thing about it, you ask the question, you say, when did we get, in this mind state?
yeah.
And I believe it was when Obama signed that little old thing and said they could get married as man and woman. I
Yeah.
believe that's what turned all this shit loose. Everybody got footloose and fancy free stuff coming outside, walking together, dressing together, everything.
And all I want to know is, please, mom, stop letting your boys, and I'm making a complete statement to whoever hears this. Stop letting your boys wear the suits that are capris. Please stop. I don't care how fashionable it is. 5 years ago, you would have beat your 10 years ago, you would have beat your son up for putting on a pair of capri bands. But
What
since
is
a
that?
rapper and an
Right.
artist and model wore it, now it's fashion. Stop let when did little boys want to wear tight clothes? I never
I
form
don't
fitting
understand that.
clothes is for women. Why do we allow them, our sons, to wear who wants to see another man's form except for if you're another man? I'm just being real because even women love you when you dress the way you're supposed to dress. But
Yeah, I think it all shit hit the fan when Obama signed that little old bill.
I agree with you because that was the
Told them they
last.
could get married. Yeah, well, that put them on mainstream. That put them in the front row. See,
Yeah.
now they now see the pastor. If pastor say, "No, I'm not gonna marry you because of my religious beliefs," now they can sue the pastor.
Hey, remember I told you the scenario I gave y'all the scenario is no longer it used to be where my nose ends, your rights begin, but it's no longer like that when you're talking about the community. Hey, if you're heterosexual, you are now the minority. We
Right.
are now the minority. If you're a straight guy that don't even think about anything like that, you're going to get talked about. You're going to get looked at crazy. You're going to get told that you're wrong because you're hate criming somebody because of what you believe. But they can go out here and wave a flag and put this up and do all this dumb stuff, and we have to sit back and just take it.
Yeah, in the name of who? That part. In the name of who? They act like they be representing somebody, but it's like Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. Where's the church at you preach at? You keep showing up with your suit on clean at the event, woo woo woo, but then when a nigga come looking for you, you ain't got no spot. You ain't helping nothing. You ain't doing nothing. You fucking this up. See, that part gets me with our kids. It's like if you're a dad, you gotta see your kid doing what he doing. I don't understand the not knowing your child or not being it. I don't get it. That's the greatest responsibility a man can have.
Well, I
Is
gotta hold
is
myself
coming
accountable
for
for that. That's why I don't talk. I don't talk when you go into that part because I wasn't the best dad. I'm friends with my kids now, but because of what I was building and what I was running to, I was with them when they were little, and then I jumped into work, and as I jumped into work because I moved from Nebraska to here, I kind of lost a little track. But I was a man enough to say, I got to take care of my kids. I got to show them a different way. So that's what I did prior to me kind of disappearing for a couple of years, but making sure they were okay. And then when I did get it all together, came back and I said, so I don't bash men because I don't know what your scenario was.
Yeah, well,
But
my thing is,
I do say hold yourself accountable.
yeah, well, see, my thing is, I wasn't bashing nobody or talking
You
about
know,
you in particular. I'm talking about what we need to do to fix this problem that we got
yeah,
with
I
these
got you. I'm
with
just
these
explaining.
yeah, with
I'm
these
just explaining
unlawful
why.
yeah, but we got these unlawful, unruly, untrustworthy ass kids.
Right.
That's the next generation. They supposed to go farther than us or farther than their parents. See, something is fucked up, man. When they just killing each other, they got these switches they put on the gun now. They squeeze the trigger and it's like 100 rounds in 3 seconds. Yeah! It's like, what the fuck? How can you be accurate with that?
Exactly.
But they don't go to the gun range. They don't practice. They nothing. They finna give you the business. Well, why they trying to shoot at you with this damn gun they don't know how to use properly? They done shot 4 or 5 more people who didn't have nothing to do with it, who were just up there having fun. See that's the part that I just feel like in order for us to stop that or to change that, we gonna have to talk to our kids, man. The men are gonna have to get back at home and be the men. Fuck what she talking about. It's your girl, so I don't mean you forcing yourself on somebody. That ain't what I'm telling you niggas to do. I'm saying man up to the black man. Man the fuck up. And the first
And
thing,
I'm not even just talking about if it, and Top, I gotta say this, and I know how you feel about it already, but I gotta say it. If you in a neighborhood and you see a little boy following down that track that you know you just got out of, talk to that little boy. I know
yeah,
it ain't your responsibility, but it took a community to make the Gen X babies the way we are.
that's right. That's
It
right.
took a whole community. So
The
child
whole
or no
village. It took a
child,
village.
take take that whole, if we could get back to that mentality and stop listening to the government say nobody should hit your kids, nobody should do this. If we acted up down the block at Shay Shay Mama house, Shay Shay Mama whooped our asses and then made a phone call. But I
Yeah,
bet we never went down and acted up at Shay Shay Mama house again.
you goddamn right. Because you know, when we grew up, where you act out, that's where you get it. It didn't matter. If you acting out, you gonna get it right there.
And that's the biggest thing that I'm looking at. Like, stop. We gotta to fix this. And I'm. You said we talking about solutions. To fix this, we have to go back because one of the things I brought up last night on a Real Talk with Lisa Renee show, I said, remember when, if you look at the era between 53 to 73, 1953 to 1973, we thrived as a black people. And you don't believe me? Go look it up. Go do your research. Go look. We might have been in a small community. We might have been in a small, they might have still been killing us. I got it. Whatever y'all want to say. But our families thrived. We cared about each other. We protected each other. If you ran out of milk, you could go next door to Grandma Jean, to Mama Jean house, and she gonna give you the milk and just be like, when you go to the store, make sure you grab me some milk. We owned grocery stores. We did our own, but because we wanted to be unsegregated so much,
Yep.
look at what segregation did to us. You guys say it's great, but I promise you, our ancestors are probably looking at us now like, you niggas march to join these people when you
Yeah.
could have built your own. We were doing so much better. And you don't believe me? Go check it out. Why do you think these movies are going back to the age of showing how we really live? Because even they know that we lived a great life. Yes, we had messed up homes. Yes, we lived on messed up the messed up side of the railroad tracks. But trying to merge with them has been our downfall.
Yes.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Well, now the thing is, like I said, I feel like, in America, the African American, they gave us that tag in the 80s. Before that, you was just a nigga. You was a black person. You was a person of color. You know,
Every day.
yeah, Jesse and them came up with that bullshit in the 80s with economics and all that bullshit. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think that we gotta talk to our kids, and when they fuck up, you beat their ass. You don't care nothing about what nobody else got to say about it, but you don't beat your kids for everything they do. See, people gotta understand what we're saying.
Right.
Certain disciplines, you gotta put the fear of God in their motherfucking ass, so they'll never do that again. Then some things you just nigga go sit down. No, you can't go outside. It depends on the crime, what kind of punishment you gonna dish out. Speaking of punishment and crime, I think Diddy gonna get at least one life sentence. But back to what
No,
I'm saying,
he
huh?
not. He not, bro. I'm
Okay.
telling you, and when it happened, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna
Man.
videotape it, text it to you. I'm gonna watch it on TV, tape it from my phone, send it to you, and say I told you.
Now when they get that nigga life, what you gonna say?
I'm gonna be like, you got me. That's all I can say.
Well,
Hey, I
when
was
when they give him when they give him life for the Rico shit, tell nigga no possible parole, nigga, life without parole. And then New York come back with them little small ass cases and shit and start filing. And he started eating that shit up. And they say, no, we don't want you to run him current. No,
hey,
nigga, when you finish this
here's
life
my
sentence,
here's my two cities that I tell everybody. I don't know why everybody run to those two cities to live, and that's Chicago and New York. I don't know why everybody run to those cities because the laws up there, the laws in New York are so strict that these niggas are walking around with guns knowing that it is a life sentence to have a hand. You can be facing a life sentence to have a handgun up there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That they talked about that with the Diddy child, talking about Jennifer Lopez and Shine and all that shit. They brought all that bullshit up. But did none of that have nothing to do with nothing.
Right. But
And
that's
they,
what I'm
they,
saying.
they spent a lot of time with Dead or with with what you want to call it. They playing shit that's going against them.
Yeah. Because
And
they're trying to create a mindset. But again, like I said, when I was facing my theft by receiving, the jury was told, and I sat there and heard it. The document in front of you stated that the prosecutor has to prove that beyond a reasonable doubt, Mr. Dixon knew that that car was stolen before he paid for it.
yeah, but no, without reasonable doubt, they know he did that shit.
But
But the point is, he did it to grown folks, and them hoes kept coming back. See, they not talking about the kids. They talking about these grown folks he been fucking. So,
and not one time have they. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, but he fucking everybody in the house. Okay, y'all had to come tell me that.
And I'm agreeing with you that do I think he's an innocent man? No. Do I think that he should get time? Yes. But if you understand the law and what the law entails, um,
Man, did ass going to penitentiary. They can't let that nigga go, man. They didn't let Bill Cosby go.
they did. Well, they let him out because he's about to die.
Again, like you talking about R. Kelly. R. Kelly ass ain't going nowhere.
But he is. He gonna be out. I promise you. They already setting that up. That's gonna be the ultimate because you know what makes me know that he's gonna get out, bro, is
What?
because in the past 2 years, 3 years that he's been 2 years, 3 years that he's been locked up. We hardly the first year and second year we hardly heard anything. Nobody played R. Kelly's music. Nobody talked about him. And all of a sudden, when he started getting harassed by the officers, we have R. Kelly. You can't pick up. You can't even go on TikTok without hearing R. Kelly now.
Yeah, but he ain't getting out, Jay.
Okay, just mark my words. They always, what I've learned about the system is that it'll play a game, and then all of a sudden you'll be like, he free.
Well, like I said, they didn't let Bill Cosby go, and he had more money than Diddy, or just
Bill
as much.
Cosby free though,
Yeah, but he 85 years old. I'm talking
but
about they
but
locked
he
that
free,
nigga ass up. No, but they locked him up and took all that money, man.
but he free,
Everything, everything that nigga had.
but he free.
Exactly. Now, but they locked his ass up.
I got you because he did the
And
crime.
they didn't let him go until his ass couldn't see and couldn't walk and all that shit. They checked his ass out for real.
Right.
That's like that. Now
And
that's like
even
we
with
talk.
him, let me be real. My feelings about him is the only reason that made relevant sense to do that to him was because he literally owned CBS. He had just
Well,
purchased CBS.
no, he was trying to buy NBC. That's
No,
what got him.
NBC. Yeah, NBC. No, he literally owned it. You can go look at the
No, no,
document.
no. He put the bid in and the bid was accepted and they charged his ass.
Yeah,
He didn't go to the title company and sign no paperwork or nothing yet.
I
They
know that's what I'm
charged
saying.
him.
But
They
Michael
them
Jackson,
motherfuckers.
Michael Jackson, same way. Man never got sick till he went on stage and said, I am the owner of Sony Records. Prince. I'm just saying, listen how this sets up. Who's the next one? Tyler Perry. All of a sudden, Tyler's on the hot stand because why? Because Tyler went on the BET Awards and said, "Go look at it, everybody. Record it, go rewind it. You can go to BETplus.com, rewind that shit, and you hear Tyler say, 'Let's do this ourselves. I have shown you that we don't need Hollywood.'" 2 weeks later, what is he facing right now? That's all I'm
260 million. 260. But say, guys, we're going to go to commercial and we'll be right back with y'all, man, to close it out for this beautiful Top Dollar Tuesday, man, that the Lord done made. Yeah, sir. We'll be right back.
hold on. I gotta get to Tamika. That's what I'm trying to get.
Already, because, you know, Tamika, Aisha, Felicia, all of them, they're riding motherfuckers. You know
All
what I
of
mean?
them, but
No,
I'm
man,
just
you fucking grown folks. I don't want to hear all of
You hear
that.
that steady going off on your hip. Man, once you catch that and call
Oh,
it back.
man, that's Tamika, man. I'm still trying to get rid of that bra.
Man, I met a Tamika about 2 summers ago. 2 years ago, I met Tamika, I think the middle of July. I can't lie, the first time I saw her, she was looking fly. Matter of fact, I was getting
let me get some
she was
Optimals.
too. I kept playing ass girl. Say, what you about to do? Went to the counter, paid ass 5D. She started looking funny. Didn't pay no mind. I said, I got you, pulled out my money. Step back outside, we conversating. I'm checking out little mama. Had a session in the studio, so I got Tamika's number. 2 months passed. I called on the Tuesday, 2:30 on the cool. T. Jones answered, said Tamika has made home from school. School. Ma'am, if you don't mind me asking, how old is your daughter?
Met baby girl in the projects, it was summertime. Daisy Duke to the halter top. Duke and Brace talking DUI. Knuckle down, I'm pulling over to the curb. I asked how old she was, she said I was grown. I said word, proceed with Eagle Feed. Quoting lyrics from my people, talking about the millennium sold out Cadillacs and Regals. Her whole conversation was about the lick. Say she from the city where we from, she want to represent. Licking her lips, and for a sip, smoking black and mild. Looking at her thigh, she pointed out, tatted stepchild. You with that? Represent that. Careful what you ask for, these streets ain't playing. You hit corners with a grown ass mate.
Tamika started fast, but finally slowed up. Thought she was grown, cause her chest and butt was swole up.
Careful what you ask for, these streets ain't playing. You hit corners with a grown ass mate.
Tamika started fast, but finally slowed up. Thought she was grown, cause her chest and butt was swole up.
She'll get caught up in a cycle, holler
hollering at a pimp. Her mama standing in the door signaling, come here. Sundress, hair done in cornrows, contacts make a little Creole. She said she done Lil Benny hair once or twice before. I recognized her face, she said I dance, I know. I told him, come on, both of them, let's go. Tamika, look.
People think Tamika tripping now, cause Tamika stripping now. But Tamika ain't crazy now, Tamika got a little baby now. She learned too much early, everybody know what Tamika. When she was 15, her mother was 30, everybody know what Tamika. I ain't mad at you, just be careful and do what you do. Tamika, take care of that hard-headed son and get your revenue.
Careful what you ask for, these streets ain't playing. You hit colas with a grown-ass mate.
Tamika started fast, but finally slowed up. Thought she was grown, cause her chest and butt was swole up.
Careful what you ask for, these streets ain't playing. You hit colas with a grown-ass mate.
Tamika started fast, but finally slowed up. Thought she was grown, cause her chest and butt was swole up.
Look at you looking like that today. Look, mama, hey, what's your name?
Tamika.
Quit looking at me like that, baby girl. They say you just 15. Done told me about you look like you just too fine for your own damn good. But you can call me back when you hit 18 and I'll take you to the crib in the hood. Look at you looking like that today. Look, mama, hey, what's your name?
Tamika.
Quit looking at me like that, baby girl. They say you just 15. Done told me about you look like you just too fine for your own damn good. But you can call me back when you hit 18 and I'll take you to the crib in the hood.
Careful what you ask for, these streets ain't playing. You hit colas with a grown-ass mate.
Tamika started fast, but finally slowed up. Thought she was grown, cause her chest and butt was swole up.
Careful what you ask for, these streets ain't playing. You hit colas with a grown-ass mate.
Tamika started fast, but finally slowed up. Thought she was grown, cause her chest and butt was swole up.
Friend of mine, I guess we'll call him Lil Johnny this time. Now Lil Johnny lived a life of a hard knot, have not. Project born, raised by the dope spot. Now mama did what she could, but the grind was hard. The last thing he wanted to do was break the Jones heart. But in the process from growing up order, man, sometimes you lose just your reality, know what I'm saying? Now at the age of 13, Johnny saw his pop shot by a crooked cop while he was cutting school, posted on the block. So understand me when I tell you he done seen some things. Like we be popping it, baby, the Johnny Woods game. Raised in Dixon on that Trey 5-7 beat, where every
Man, I don't feel like working on this car today. Oh, this is tight. Ugh. Hey, Lil D, can you hand me a wrench, please? Appreciate it. I know this will get it. Still tight.
Do you even know what you're doing?
Do me a favor. Please go get OG for me.
Got it.
Thanks.
OG, can you please help Chris with the truck? Chris doesn't even know the difference between a 916 and a 5.8.
Oh my God.
I come from a poor family. I didn't have much, but the Lord been good to me. I come from a poor family. I didn't have much, but the Lord been good to me. It all started down at Joppy Church. Everybody knew me. I'm Claudia Faye's baby boy, so why they wanna shoot me? Been lied on, been cheated, been beat for some cash. Did 9 years flat where I was treated like trash, but still remain steadfast and true to the game. Invited God into my life and watched my whole world change. I had to get away from there. So much pain, the drama that my homeboys called drove me insane. Rolling 4 deep, the gangsters call it creep. Revenge in my heart from the agony of defeat. It's a cold, cold world, I would say to my son. Pick up the Bible, be a man, and throw away them guns. Verse 48, another man on the run. When one problem in, that's when another problem comes. So I just open up us a son. Give thanks for my life and let his will be done. I come from a poor Jesus Christ that turned the water to wine. He be the same Jesus Christ, y'all, that healed the blind. Did you hear what he did down in Capernaum? Healed the servant of Paul, say for the hour was done. He be the same Jesus Christ that went to Peter's house. He touched his mother-in-law's hand and the fever was out. He said the foxes have holes and the birds have nests, but the Son of Man nowhere for his head to rest. Little prayer, little power, no prayer, no power. Much prayer, much power. You can call it any hour. You remember the 2 fish and the 5 loaves of bread? He looked into the heavens and a multitude was fed. He be the same Jesus Christ that let Peter walk on water. And the woman of Canaan, he healed the daughter. He healed the blind, the lame, the dumb, the maimed. He'll trouble the waters if you call on his name. Come from a poor closer to God, cause ain't nobody in this church, y'all, promise tomorrow. In the end, he's coming back again and taking all ages. You ain't gotta believe me, go and read Revelations. I thank him for my life, so I treat people right, because he said he's coming back like a thief in the night. Nobody knows the time, nobody knows the hour. Now how can you not know a man with that kind of power? I come from a poor from a poor family. I didn't have much, but the Lord been good to
me. All right, we're live.
Welcome back, man. I appreciate everybody for rocking with me, man. Being on, little bro. We're going into the last little 15 minutes of the show, so I'm gonna close it out. You got anybody you want to get shout outs to that you know you want to say something about, any events, anything going on?
Shout out to my nostalgic family, everybody who's coming on board from Hush Radio, Real Talk with Lisa Renee, Real Talk with Jason Dixon, The Woody Woods Show, Street Made Radio, Wisdom and Tea with Christine, Vibe Check with Christine with a K, and Bismarck Brand. My boy, Top Dollar, my brother, Real Talk. I'm trying to remember all the shows. Shit. Big Fella's Show, Hush Radio that's coming on next month. DJ Trans who's coming on. DJ Khaled, shout out to Virgin Records for supporting and giving us our own portal for distribution. BT.
Just a conversation, right?
Yeah, just a conversation with my guy out of Detroit. Can't forget about him.
Yes, sir.
Man, it's growing so fast. I know I talked about, everybody saw what I posted on Facebook about, I did release the blueprint about the building because with what's going on with the roof, we will not be opening up in September. It's going to be, if we can save the walls, it will be pushed back to the first of the year. If not, it'll be next summer. But that's it. To everybody working hard, understanding what my vision was, I appreciate every last single one of you guys, for real. because this was something I brought that you didn't have to believe in, but now you got. I hope you see what it's growing into, all because I follow God.
Already, man. Well, I appreciate everybody that rock with me tonight, man. And there's so much stuff going on. That was OG Carl on the break. You know what I mean? He doing his Christian music, Christian rap, and he actually, he really good at it. He done won a few awards. He traveling around, but it's small to rap in church. Think about that. How long we done everything but rap, but take it to church. They pay for entertainment too at the church.
Right.
Yeah, everything's not free, but it's small, but it's going cause it's real, and he followed God. He did 9 flat and came home was a changed person. So before he went in, he was a different dude. So pay attention, man. Like you said, if you see a youngster and you know what they're doing and you know it's the wrong shit, shoot them a little information about what's happening, man. You don't have to know them, but you can spend 2 or 3 minutes just talking to them,
Absolutely.
redirecting them. It takes a village because mom and dad have to work in the current situation that we are in. A one a one money household ain't gonna income household is not gonna do it. So this is why we need to help each other, raise each other's kids. This is why we need to get back to respecting our neighbors and their yards and their cars and their rules. You can't cut across Miss Bernice's yard because she be tripping.
Very nice.
But now over there, you can go through Cammy yard, he don't care.
All over my page.
But if any one of them say something to you, you better act like your mama said it because they going to touch your ass and then they going to call your mama and tell it. And if they don't have the number, they going to walk down there and knock on the door. They going to see your mama getting out the car from work and walk and meet her. Excuse me. We got to get back to policing ourselves, man. We don't need to get scared when the white boy come. We've been killing each other up. Look at it. Look at the rate, man. Look at what we doing. So why y'all scared when they come? That's PSD. That comes from always. The police has always been nigger killers. When they started the police academy, it was to go, hey man, y'all go get them slaves, dead or alive, and bring them back. The police always been nigger killers. So now that we done said that, if you know that, why we not acting as such? See, segregation was, oh man, Malcolm was right and Martin was wrong. Now let me just say that, but that's in hindsight. I understand what the brother Martin was saying because love can cure all. Because the same racism that we facing right now is not the racism that our parents face or that their parents face. So you got to teach that shit. You got to teach somebody to feel entitled or to feel like they better than somebody else. Of course, you want to teach your child to be the best person that they can be,
Right.
but you don't want them to look down on somebody because of their color. I don't give a shit what color they is. What kind of sense do that make? Do you think you're gonna go to heaven and see all niggas? Do you think when you get to heaven you're gonna see all white people? Come on now. Even in our book, he disappeared from 12 to 33. Where was he? Where was he? Let's go get the Egyptian Bible and track him down. Oops, that slipped out. You understand what I'm saying? We got to do research, talk to our kids, make things fun, make them a game, give them a reward. When they hit something right, shoot them $20 when you get it. You ain't doing nothing but building him up, giving him inspiration to go look for something else, a little more, adding something else to the noggin. Right now, we got a bunch of kids out here, ain't nothing in their head except the game. Call of Duty and all that kind of shit, and Grand Theft Auto. They busting. We got a group down here they call the drill team, man. These youngsters got bodies. They not playing. You got 4X Lil Charles and 3X Ray Ray and all that with them X's and all that. That's how many bodies they got. And they making videos about the shit and they killing each other. Why? I do not know. But I would like to ask them to stop. Just now, okay, everybody now just stop. It's power in prayer, man. Stop and pray. It's power in prayer. I'm telling you. You ain't got to pray in front of your boys. You ain't got to pray in front of your girl. You can go get in the closet like you looking for some shoes and close the door and pray. You can go in the bathroom and lock the door and pray. You understand? You can be riding in your car and pray. You don't have to be in front of nobody. Your relationship with God is you and him. You can't take nobody with you. You only can take you. We got to get back, man, to teaching rules and morals and have some standards about ourselves. Hell, that's why we're in the situation we in now with the orange man in office. Because the goddamn nigga girl, she come out and brought another nigga girl with her. Now they want to twerk. Well, how you gonna be at the debate twerking and we talking about you running the world? We gonna give you all the secrets and you up there dropping it like it's hot. I don't think so. And believe this, I understand that all women know how to do that move, that twerking move. But a woman, a lady, only does that for her man when he wants it or when she was trying to get his attention. That's not something you do in the public, and it's damn sure not something you teach your kids to do in filming and put them on TikToks and challenges and shit. We got too many youth right now twerking. We got too many high schools and junior highs and elementaries just got cheerleading teams and all that. And in their routine, they twerking.
Okay.
We got to get on top of that, y'all. We're going to have to pay attention. I mean, we really are. And I know it sounds so trivial, just so small. That ain't going to change nothing, but the way a man think it, so it be. We already know they fine. They ain't got to sell us they booty and ass. We like you are. You were made perfect for us. But we got to get back to being men. It's time for us to stand up and go back and take over our communities. We got to get back in our kids' lives and start talking to them, y'all. I've been telling y'all this every week, and I'm going to keep saying it because we got to be the change. We can't expect nobody else to change. We got to be the change. If you want something to change, we got to be the change.
If you're looking for a side hustle,
I hope y'all understand when I say that. We got to be the change, man. We got to be the reason. We got to plant the seeds for the garden to grow. Hell, the tree might not be fully grown before we go, but we done planted it and it's growing nice and strong. It's got good vines on it and all that. Y'all understand what I'm saying? We got to be the change, guys. We got to stop bullshitting, man, playing games and trying. We got to hold ourselves accountable. Fuck what somebody else talking about. You want to know if you a mark or not? Go look in the mirror. What do you see? Then that's what you are. So a man think it, so it be. But we got to start talking to our kids, man. And we need to start taking them back to church. They need to understand what church is. They ain't necessarily got to like this pastor or like that there, but they need to understand structure. They need to understand God. They need to be introduced and baptized. This is stuff that we got to do, man. All of these little bitty things are little different mechanisms to take them off the streets, take them away from their guns, take them off of their computers and tablets, take them off of their Xbox 5s and PlayStations because they in church. And what do we do when we in church? you join something. You're a little boy, you're gonna be an usher or something. We gotta start putting the morals back in our kids, man. We really do. We gotta make see it's gotta be important to us for it to be important to them. It's just like their report cards. It has to be important to you. You're supposed to know when the first day of school is, and you need to know when the first 6 weeks in, the second 6 weeks in, and so on. You need to save the shit in your phone so a little old time will go off. Because I know we be busy and doing shit, but we got to find time to say, hey man, you got a 70 in math you can't count. What's the problem? If it's that little girl now, see, we can go up there and get you removed from that class. We got to talk to our kids and pay attention. If it's important to us, it'll be important to them. But if it's not important to us, it's not gonna be important to them. We got to quit trying to be our kids' friends and start being the parents, man. Somebody's responsible for these kids, man. And that's the part that the public is missing. And right now, that's the part that the legal system is missing. These kids are doing shit, but ain't nobody blaming the parents. Well, who kids are they? Who responsible for these little motherfuckers? Who responsible for them? Y'all tell me. It can't be the school teacher. It can't be the lady working drive-through. It can't be the cashier at the bank. Who's responsible for this little nigga? Who house do he sleep in? What church do we go to? We got to start putting that back in us, y'all. We gonna have to make sure that our kids fear God and know God. We have to teach our kids Black history because ain't nobody else gonna teach it. And if they don't teach it, it's our job to teach it any motherfucking way. And we all know some little cute Black history fact that everybody didn't think was nothing, but we knew it. See, when we was growing up, it was a big deal. That's what we did book reports about, was Black history shit. We found out about who had patents. We found out about the first person to do this and that. But the sad part of all of that is since 53 to 73, when we were at our peak, when the Black marriages were at 75, 78%, to where we are right now, and we in the 30s with Black marriages. Let that sink in. See, that's where the power of the people is. It's in the families. It's in the home. Because when you got a family, you're not supposed to go nowhere. When you got a wife and kids and y'all done bought a house, that's where you at. And once you buy the property is where you get your power. I've always said this from day one, and I'm going to keep saying it. It's time for them to pay us for slavery. And I know the number, the money is so big, it's just so
2 minutes.
crazy. There's no way they could pay us that kind of money, but they could just on this one thing. They could do this. We get free medical, and we don't have to pay taxes on nothing. We got to go to work. We got to pay our bills, but we tax free. I think that would help a responsible person make another step or two. I don't think we realize how much they tax our checks from the time we get it. And still, don't be in the paper check business where you got to go cash the motherfucker. But they take taxes out. They take food stamps out. I don't get no goddamn food stamps. Why they taking them out of my check? Because they over there fucking and having. No, I ain't with that. I done said that to y'all before. We need to say farewell to welfare. I done said that so many times. But you know, this is coming to the end of my show, y'all. And I say this every week, and I mean it. Y'all gonna have to stay spoiled and blessed. Because y'all know Jesus got me spoiled, man, and I'm highly favored. You heard me? This line to be in Lake George, boy. Peace out to my nostalgic family, man. We doing big things, man. Y'all holler at us. Yeah, also.
I was born in it. I'm done in it. won in it.
Hey, yo, Kudo. You going
Bro,
crazy?
nigga. I love for the trap. I love for the trap. Like it's real love. Yeah, bro, nigga. I was born in it. I'm a done in it. I won in it. I'm about, nigga. My love for the trap. My love for the trap. I think this love real. Still got love for the trap, it almost got me healed. Somebody grab a heater. In and out of town, buy a lot, get the prices cheaper. I was born in it, tryna make a train, can have my son in it. Dope man, son, paid attention, now I'm a done in it. But I love you, you my everything. Love with the trap, see that Z, that's my wedding ring. Now run through the hood, finna blow the brain. Don't know why I be without you, probably go insane. My love for the trap. My love for the trap. I think this love real. Still got love for the trap, it almost got me killed. Grab a sandwich bag, take cash out. When you come, bring only cash. Before I had a house, I swear the trap house me many nights. I'm on the plane again, we getting low, it's time to take a flight. Hey, I love you. You change a nigga like how I'ma put something before you. Second trip I ever had on land weight. Right in folk, show me what love was. I swear at first I had no clue. Ups and down in this shit. 2 and 30, watch for the raid. Knew I make something out of my life and I went the day. Nigga pull up now, cause it ain't too many left. I ain't making no excuses, playing the cards that I was dealt. I'm in a trap house, lost downtown, nice as hell, but I'ma trap it out. Really know them raps, told you that, got it mapped out. Since I graduated, 5 years, seen no drought. I think it's real love. I love that trap shit. You change a nigga life, know this shit wrong, I don't know why, feel so right. My love for the trap. I know where I be.
It feel like time's running out and the end's getting close. And I know the devil want my soul. I keep my head held high as it go. And I try not to let pain show. Can't let pain show. Can't let pain show. Can't let pain show.
Bags, can't let it show, it won't be on my sleeve. We better list shit that we can't even see. All this pain I done went through, I could never let them see me bleed. If it happened to leak, then so be it. Just pass the shit up, keep it a beam. Head to the ceiling, sitting up on these low vibrational creatures. You woke and you know what I mean. All my life, I've been guarding my soul from sleep paralysis to astral projection. Yeah, I've been traveled the globe. Paranoid, just thinking one day I might not make it back to my vessel. I pray if you do that, you make it back to your temple. The light is inside me, it'll blind you. Don't give up the ghost if you bind it. The time is at hand, is imminent. This message, I'm hoping you mind it. If not, re-listen, rewind it. Stand up for what's right and away from the grind. I'm trying to switch up the mindset. We making music that's timeless. All of the stars in alignment. Gotta speak out if you chose. Try to save them, you know the ending is close.
It feel like time's running out and the end's getting close. And I know the devil want my soul. I keep my head held high as it go. And I try not to let pain show. Can't let pain show. Can't let pain show. Can't let pain I keep my head up and strive through all the pain. No job, no car, I needed shelter from rain. Now I'm pushing to be great, but my scars remain. The way life been life and it's getting harder to stand. Being black, trying to fit in with the white man's plan. We can't no longer ignore the truth. Time to take a stand. Get reparations and land. Unity amongst our people, that time is now. If you a leader for your people, take a humble and bow. I'd rather die like a man than live like a coward. Feeling like a giant all enemies devour. God, please strengthen us through all sickness and death. Somebody throw my life jacket, I'm trying to reach it for help. And the end's getting close, and I know the devil want my soul. I keep my head held high as it go, and I try not to let pain show. Can't let pain show.